welcome to my channel. My name is Karen. I am 29 years old from Alabama, and I wanted to start this vlog to document my journey of having a baby. I'll jump right in with my story and kind of give you a little background on me and where I'm coming from and up to where we are now. My husband and I had been married for about not quite a year when we decided that we were ready to have a baby. And I thought we were pregnant right away, right off the bat. Woohoo, yeah, lucky us. And now I know about evaporation lines. Those nasty little boogers that are not quite colored, but you can see the outline of them on the second line on the pregnancy test. They're horrible little boogers. They are really bad in the cheapies, and they are really bad, or used to be, on the first response pregnancy tests. So I thought I was pregnant right away. Obviously started my period, and completely devastated us. We, we're just like, oh my gosh, what happened? What did we do wrong? So we moved past it. We decided, okay, we'll give ourselves a break and we will just try again. So around Thanksgiving, I still don't know for sure. I never had a positive pregnancy test, but I was 5 days late. And besides that first month of us trying, I am like clockwork. It is right on time. I ovulate right on time, and I get my period right on time. So any deviation from it is, a warning sign. It's a red flag. So I was 5 days late and never got a positive pregnancy test. So I think maybe it was just stress. We were buying a house at that moment and trying to move and then traveling for Thanksgiving. So I kind of have my doubts that it was pregnancy, miscarriage. I think it was just stress. But in February of 2015, I had a confirmed miscarriage. I had a faint positive on a pregnancy test. And, after having the issues we'd had before, I was kind of like, I didn't believe it because of how many times the pregnancy test would say, no, 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 you're not. It was a very slight positive. And so I waited, and I was about 4 days late with nothing. No spotting, no nothing. So I finally decided, okay, well, if I haven't started tomorrow, I'll go ahead on to the doctor. And I decided to go to the doctor the next morning. I called them, and before I could even get there, I started bleeding a lot. And it was the only confirmed miscarriage that we had out of the whole bunch. And that was incredibly devastating. I was already in kind of a fragile state just because we thought, okay, well, we're going to try for a baby and it's going to happen like that. You don't anticipate problems happening. So it was a devastation completely. I didn't exercise as much anymore after that. I just really fell into a bad place, and it was just emotionally, physically, and everything draining. So we decided that we were going to do IUI after that. And then we come to the point where, okay, it's time to check hubby's guys and make sure everything's okay on that end before we go to IUI and waste any money. So then we found out that he had a low count. So then it's time to go to his doctor to figure out what's going on, and he wound up having a varicocele, which is a varicose vein in the testicle that basically stops the blood flow from going to the testicle, and it limits his little guys, the semen. And he had a count of less than 2 million. So we were told that there was a surgery. The doctor could go in and he could remove the vein, and there's about a 70% chance that his count would come up. But there was also a 30% chance that it wouldn't make any difference whatsoever. So he agreed, he had the surgery, and then it was a horrible 3-month wait to go back to check his counts to see if it was a success. And thank God, we found out at the end of December that his count had more than doubled. He completely surprised the doctors. They weren't expecting him to go up that much. But now he's got just a little over 5 million. Or last time we checked in December, it was a little over 5 million. And they said there was a possibility of going further than that, but there's no guarantee. So that brings us up to date of where we are now in 2016. We took a few months off to just try naturally and see if we could get pregnant that way, and hasn't happened. So we are moving on to IUI. But first, I have to go through the HSG test. Basically, for those who don't know, I don't know how to pronounce the long name of it. HSG is just the nickname of it. I will, however, write the name of it down in the description below. But basically, for those who don't know, the HSG test is where they insert a catheter through the cervix into the uterus, and they fill your uterus and tubes full of dye and take an x-ray of it. And the hope there is for the dye to spill out, because basically that means that there's no blockages. So what they'll be checking for is to make sure that I don't have any blockages in the uterus or tubes, whether there's any crevices, whether I have a septum in my uterus, or whether the uterus is a funny shape. All those can play and make a big difference in getting pregnant. And that is this Thursday. So today is Saturday, and that is this upcoming Thursday. I'm a little nervous about it. It's not going to be comfortable, and they've told me to take about 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. But I just got to get through this. You know, there's a lot of hurdles for us to get this far, and this is the last one. Crossing our fingers it is. And then we can move on to the actual IUI and hopefully get a baby out of it. So anyways, this is my backstory. This is where we've come from, and hope you guys enjoy the ride. Just come along with me. You know, I want to share my journey with you. Infertility is one of those big hush-hush things that a lot of people suffer from, but nobody wants to talk about. And it's time that we talk about it. It's time that everyone sees, okay, just because this is going on with me does not mean I'm not normal. So there's a lot of people that struggle, and I just want to share my story with you guys, and hopefully we'll get a baby. So anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. You know, leave a like, a comment below, tell me hi, and let me know where you're from. Thanks guys, see you next time.